Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. We turn to Bulldog Volleyball now. With us, head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. And Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Last week you were on the show and we were talking about the GLIAC Tournament Championship, expecting to receive an NCAA tournament bid, and you got the bid and the right to host coming up this week.
Very exciting to be hosting. We're really just couldn't be more honored to have the chance to host this kind of an event for the NCAA.
I know first time the Bulldogs have hosted this regional tournament or postseason competition like this since the late 1980s. What does that mean?
Well, that was before I was here, so that was a really long time ago for sure. It's really exciting. You know, I think a lot of our alumni have been in contact and they're really excited about it. And, you know, obviously the kids are, you know, happy to be home. But, you know, it's just at this point now we've gotten over the excitement of it. And at this point it's just, we're just trying to worry about us in this next match we have to play.
Number one seed hosting the event at Jim Wink Arena, the basketball gym. What will it be like, and how have you adjusted to practicing and playing in there?
I think it'll be nice. It's such a great arena anyway, and it's going to just be really nice that more of our fans can be there at the games and more people can enjoy. It's going to be a great weekend of competition. You know, there's just such a high level and of the teams that are coming in, and just a chance for more people to see that and enjoy it. I think it'll be really good.
Opening match on Thursday for the Bulldogs, 5 o'clock against Trevecca Nazarene out of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. What do you know about them?
Well, we've seen a little film. I didn't know a lot before then, but we've seen a little bit of film, and they definitely are a very aggressive team. They've got some really big arms, very offensive minded in what they do. So, you know, that will be a lot of work for our defense for sure. 8
teams, 4 quarterfinal matches on Thursday, and I know you've pretty familiar with a lot of these teams. Have you had a chance to face all but a couple of these teams here throughout the season?
Yeah, we've played everybody but Trevecca and then Lewis, who's on the other side of the bracket. We've seen them play quite a bit, but we haven't played them. So, and it's just, you know, it's a really high level of competition. 7 of the 8 teams are either ranked in the top 25 or they're in that little group of schools getting votes for the top 25. So it's a very high level of competition.
5 GLIAC member schools. What does that speak in terms of the conference and having 5 GLIAC schools in this regional field?
It's great to have 5 schools, you know, from our conference. I've thought all along that the top half of our conference is really strong, and I think that's definitely reflected in this selection.
Here in the postseason NCAA regional play, I know you've had a lot of experience with it. What does it take to win these types of matches here in the postseason?
You know, it just varies for each match. I think you just have to, you know, sometimes it comes down to, you know, things going your way for a team. Sometimes it, you know, just comes down to, you know, just, you know, kid having a great night kind of stuff. I think for us, though, we just look at it as the next game. Like, we're just always a one game at a time kind of team. I know you get sick of hearing that on here, but that's really what we do, and that's all we're focused on. And we're just really trying our best to get better every single day in practice and every game that we play. And we're just trying to, you know, work really hard and to do our best at that moment. So for us, that's all we can really control and think about. So that's all that we think about.
Bulldogs 31-2 overall, number 2 in the country. Talk about this season as a whole and what's been accomplished so far as you get ready for postseason play.
Well, you know, it's the things so far are nice, but we're really just thinking about the next match all the time. And I'm certainly excited for the team, and when we get together and celebrate this season, we'll certainly look back and reflect on, you know, some nice accomplishments and the consistency of play of the team throughout the season. But, you know, the games of December are the ones you remember, right? And that's what we're trying to focus on right now, is just this very next match and where that can take us.
You talk about the consistency. You've had that consistency throughout the year, and a lot of younger players that have really stepped up and made some great progress throughout the year.
Oh, yeah, we've had some great young kids. I wish you could see us in practice, because some of our young kids that aren't getting to play have improved tremendously, and it's so exciting to see that and to, you know, see them being successful and getting better at what they do. We definitely have a core of older players in our lineup, but, you know, we have some of the younger ones that are in there and are really have improved a lot through the season and are really making a difference to how our team plays.
I know we talked about it with Bulldog football earlier on the show. Not only do you have some student athletes that are talented on the court or on the field, but certainly some that have been great ambassadors for Ferris State University off the field as well.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're great students. You know, we're academic All-American team, which we're really excited about. So they do well in the classroom, but they're also very involved in the community in a number of different ways. And, you know, they do, you know, from volleyball-oriented ways, coaching and things like that, to other ways where they're just involved in their churches and involved in community outreach and things. So yeah, it's a good group of kids for sure.
No, you talk about that community, and in turn, you get that community support. What will that mean in a regional event like this, having those fans behind you?
It'll be fantastic. I mean, it's just so great to be able to, have an event at home and have people, maybe that don't come all the time to the games, to be able to make it there, and to have room for all of them will be really nice. So we're really looking forward to, the home crowd, because that's really been a thing for our team this whole year, I think, is having that crowd behind us when we're at home, and so we're hoping all of them come out, and maybe even a few more.
Regional quarterfinal on Thursday at 5. You win that. You play in the semis Friday at 5. The championship match Saturday at 5. What does it take here over a 3-day span to win 3 matches to move on to the Elite Eight?
Really, you're tired of me saying it, but it's just that one moment at a time, and just get a little bit better with each thing. I think we as coaches have to be prepared for a lot of outcomes, and to have those preparations in place so that we can make a fast turnaround. But as players, all they really have to worry about is, this day of practice, or this day of scout preparation, or this day of play, and that's really, they just have to take care of their play and their teammates, and they'll be okay.
Over a 3-day span, with the fact you've seen so many of these teams, how does that help in terms of your preparation as a coaching staff, if you're fortunate enough to move on?
It would help if we were fortunate, for sure, that we have some preparation, but then they have the same kind of preparation, so then it kind of evens out just a little bit.
As you look at this regional field, talk about some of the teams in the field and what you expect out of some of these teams coming into the tournament.
Yeah, like we said, Trevecca is a very offensive-oriented team. They have a couple players who are really versatile and really have some big arms. So we're definitely expecting, that to be a defensive battle for us. And then you look at Findlay and Hillsdale, who are on our side of the bracket, and they just played each other in the conference semifinals, and then they get to turn around and play each other again. They've split through the season, so I think that's going to be a really tough matchup. And they're travel partners, so they see each other quite a bit, and that'll definitely be a matchup there. And then on the other side of the bracket, you have Rockhurst, who has only 2 losses on the season. They're a very good team, very clean in all aspects of the game. And you have Grand Valley, who is very familiar with the postseason, and definitely has been playing very well as the season is progressive. And then you have Lewis, who's they only have a few losses. They're a really high energy team, and they just really play hard, and that kind of spark will be a big thing for them. So
a lot of these teams you see over and over again in terms of the postseason, and a lot of great programs coming in here for this regional tournament.
For sure. I think it's a great opportunity for people in our community to see some really great volleyball.
Well, Coach, congratulations on all the success so far. Best of luck here in the regional tournament this weekend.
Thank you so much.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.